Thanks for the comment, Don. D-O-N-G 2. Thank you, man. Appreciate these comments. I mean, I really do appreciate them from my heart. It helps to keep us going. The world is out there. Dano, University of Natural Health. I'm not sure I know which one the University of Natural Health is. You know, I'm just so much in clinical practice helping people. I'm just not in the world. It seems like I'm like a recluse. And when I'm home, it's like I'm a recluse. I can't help it. I love the alone state, and hard to get it in a scenario when you're working with so many people. So forgive me, but I'm a little bit of a recluse here. I think anything, University of Natural Health, you know what, anything that gives you a good curriculum. Look at the curriculum. Does it teach you anatomy and physiology, which is always good to have? I mean, you can take that in any school. And it's always good to have a little understanding of the human body. Keep yourself separate always from what the professor is saying, because a lot of professors are very narrow-minded. No offense to the professors. But, and a lot of physiology we don't really know. We base some things in. Sometimes we say things factually that isn't. So that's why I say it's like the lack of understanding of kidney filtration to this lymph, however that is a fact. And when you start observing it in real life, in current time, and you see it in your clients, it becomes extremely obvious. This is Mark from Canada. You're really behind the videos, but love. Thanks, Mark. Talk to Drew on the phone. Your entire staff is. Oh, thanks, bro. Thanks, Mark from Canada. Appreciate that. A lot of good Canadians calling in. We've always had good Canadians, and I love Canada. I remember when I went up there once, and I kept seeing grow organically just along the highway, little signs, you know, and I thought that was pretty good. So I stopped in a grocery store up there, and I had not seen carrots with tops on them in grocery stores, because down here we shed the tops off of them. But in Canada they keep the tops on them. And I got some organic carrots, and when I juiced them up, the juice was red. and it was like, oh, this is nectar. I mean, it was like intense. Whenever you get bitter carrot juice, somebody's not growing carrots good, and Bunny Love has bitter carrots. Everybody's dumping apple juice and carrot juice. You should never dump apple juice and carrot juice. Someone's talking about chronic runs. Now, this is true that in detoxifying, and some people with fruits get into chronic runs. Fruits are very aggressive foods. People they underestimate the power of fruit. So you can back up with some vegetables. There's different bowel formulas we have. Number one has no movement power, designed to slow you up, but to clean you. All our bowel formulas, none of them are laxatives. They're bowel restoratives. But from 2 on, you have a little cascara, a little more in each one, so you have some movement for those that have no movement. Also, you can get into the clays, which we have Blessed Herbs made a toxin absorber. Richard Schultz has a good, not his laxative, but his powder. It's okay, and that's good. I like charcoal and bentonite both in my powders. I have a GI broom, but not good at the one I have. I want to make one for people like that run too much. Right now, mine's for ones that don't move well, and it's for pulling sulfur out of you. Real aggressive formula. I love my formula. I have a lot of astringents in it. And I also have bentonite and charcoal. But there's a toxin absorber, which doesn't have anything to move you. That would be good for chronic runs. But again, I would clean out the liver and pancreas, because I always find those two organs involved with chronic runs like this. And it could be some spasticity going on there. Obviously malabsorption. You can't push your foods through that fast and not get good absorption, and possible you have interstitial lymphatic constipation. Occasionally undigested bits, yeah, well, you're pushing your foods through too fast. And that's not healthy. That's not what we want to do. We want everybody to digest in real time. Everything happen normally and naturally. Bowel movements look good. Yeah, digging up dandelion roots. Good thinking here. The GI tract and parasites, possible. Good thinking here. Brought some poldiarchal powder. Okay, I am skeptical of the supply. Yeah, you never know. That's a problem. You never know. You get the best of bang for the buck. Go for it, sweet. Let's see, Daniel. Skip. Good. Lymph nodes taken out, so what do? I would love advice regarding 2005. I had a complete hysterectomy for ovarian cancer. I didn't have chemo and radiation. One smart cookie, because it was a non-aggressive cancer. It doesn't matter if it's an aggressive cancer or non-aggressive cancer. It's not correct to give chemo and radiation at any level of cancer. They also removed about 8 of my lymph nodes to make sure the cancer didn't spread. Let me see. Make sure the lymph nodes so the cancer doesn't spread. Well, the lymph system is a detoxifying system to the outside world. How does cancer spread through the lymph system? It goes to the lymph nodes, but that's the breaking down factory. That's the septic tank. That doesn't make cancer spreading to the lymph nodes. That's where the lymph system's taking cells. All right. How can a cell travel in the lymph system toward the kidneys, go through the lymph nodes, and then somehow end up somewhere else in other tissue? I mean, these guys are smoking something big time in the back room. Some of this crap they come up with is idiotic. And you want your cancer cells, if the body doesn't terminate them on site, you want them taken to the lymph nodes. That's where all the immune work is, and a bacteria is. That's where you want that. That's the role of lymph nodes. Medical doctors learn the role of the lymph system and the lymph nodes, man. Quit hurting people. They remove the lymph nodes where you get lymphedema in the pelvic area or something. Honey, that's tough, because once they remove a lymph node, if there's still tissue on the other side that needs to use that pathway, that's real problematic. Now, can the body rebuild lymph nodes? I don't know. I have done enough research to see that. But it definitely rebuilds new nerve pathways, and so new vascular pathways, and can it build new lymphatic pathways? Everything's possible. Everything's a bunch of cells and 2 major fluids, right? But you detoxify yourself well. Fix the kidneys, first of all. You got to fix your kidneys and your adrenal glands. You got to fix the core of why you had this cancer in the first place. And that's going back to your adrenal glands and your kidneys. And keep detoxing. Maybe he only removed the lymph nodes that pertain to the uterus. And if that's true, then the uterus is gone. There doesn't need to, that's okay. But you never remove any of the lymph system where there's cells still depending upon that system to drain. That's where people get into serious trouble, serious lymphedema, and some people, and I didn't show you pictures, maybe I will, if it's allowed, of what happened when medical doctors move lymph nodes on the head area where now the brain cancer can't be gotten, and the eye deteriorates, and holes in the brain and everything, and there's nothing I can do. I've tried every way, and these people can be serious. But it doesn't sound like you'd really know you had a problem by now. It's what I think. Sounds like you're going to be pretty good here. Most people are, but still, clean that body out, detoxify that body, Colette, and get yourself in good shape here. Going on HT since I was only 39, you know what? Get your adrenal glands up, because you don't need ovarian estrogen or progesterone. You're done. You need adrenal gland estrogen and progesterone. Get your adrenal glands healthy. Don't take steroids or hormones at all here. Can you suggest anything to improve my health? Absolutely. Go on a raw food diet. Get your herbs, get your kidneys, get your adrenals up. And clean out your lymph system, because this is what you fell prey to. She's 50 pounds overweight, pre-diabetic, so right there, where are we at? We're right at the adrenal glands, honey. We're right there at your adrenal glands and the kidneys. There's the causative factors to begin with. You see the pre-diabetic, that's definitely your type 2. That's your adrenal gland, sugar metabolism, that's low cortisol. And then, of course, you're overweight. That means low cortisol again. You're not metabolizing your sugars. Don't eat any starch. stay away from your starches. And fix those adrenal glands, and all that'll pull out of there. Yes, removing lymph nodes can compromise your immune system, which your immune system is what? Your lymphatic system, your main immune system. So I'm glad you love the channel. Thank you very much, Colette from Canada. Keep it up, dear one. You'll be okay. JG. Yeah, when I was young, I think I addressed that before. You asked me about my mouth, but boy, growing up, I had, like I said, all my parents lost their teeth in their 20s. And my sister lost her teeth in her 20s. I still got some of mine. I got most of mine, but still. I've had a lot of problems, and they just really took. But I tell you what, I've said this before, I felt the last time, this has been a lot of years ago, I had my fillings removed, but I felt, and it wasn't pushed so far in the 70s and 80s, but I felt the last one that came out, I felt a magnetic difference in my head. It was amazing. I felt like a chain was taken off of me. And I realized, wow. Dentists should never use, and they're using them still. One girl that works here went down and had a filling put in, and they had, damn if he didn't put an amalgam filling. And it's like, what? He should be spanked. 5 spankies. Bad news. Now she's going to have to pull that out and get you a composite or something. I mean, this is an old doctor that's got his head up somewhere. I like this. They only relax. I just wanted to say that. Thanks for the stand up quickly. Yeah, sometimes if I stand up quickly or do a headstand or sometimes like that, I get really dizzy and my vision sparks. Yeah, get your lymphs moving, bro. Get your lymphs moving out of this head area, out of this cerebellum. This is all about the lymph system and inflammation or acidosis. You can use those words interchangeably, actually. And so you want to get this out of there because this could give you deeper problems later on, from the glaucomas to the MACDs to all kinds of things with the eyes. And then, of course, the brain, you got the tumors and everything else here. Somewhere in here we're going to be talking about pituitary tumors, I think. So yeah, get that out of there. You got to move your lymph, get your adrenals up, more neurotransmitters, power the nervous system, get your brain drained. Now always remember, when we're talking about the head area, guys, never forget GI tract, colon, colon, colon. Never forget that one. So you're always working on your GI tract, you're always working on your kidneys, you're always working on your endocrine glands, particularly the adrenals. And the lymph system, which is all tied there together. That's the Fab Four. That's the focus. Whether you use a parasitic to help you with the fungus, whether you tap the liver or the skin formula or whatever formulas you want to use in terms of whatever you want to go after. You want to grow hair on the head quicker, use upper circulation. If you've got memory loss, Alzheimer's, dementia, you've got a potential to have strokes, you use upper circ, brain and nerve. For any nerve weakness and damage, brain and nerve. But remember, the adrenals produces your neurotransmitters. So it's a great thing. We have so many great tools in herbs. I love them. I think I broke my nose. Jen, Vancouver, Canada again. What's going on up there? I think I broke my nose. How can I avoid surgery? Oh. Well, as long as it's in good shape there, and you could tape it maybe, and then let it heal. Get up on the parathyroid, accelerate the healing power. Your body's got to heal it anyway. Surgeons don't heal. They just put things back and screw them together. Kind of like a carpenter.